Hey, welcome back to the LeBauer Show. Today, you're going to learn the 5-step social media content strategy. So my name is Dr. LeBauer. I've been creating content for a long time. And the number one question I get from people, especially when they're starting new on social media or into like a new online business, coaching business, online training, etc., is what do I post on social media and how do I exactly do it? And so I want to answer some of those questions today. I've had some clients come in asking about, what's the best way to do this strategy without getting overwhelmed. I've had clients coming in who are doing really well with it, and then they're super busy. So I'm going to answer, what do you do when you get super busy creating content? Okay, so number one problem is, what do I actually post? What to post? Here's exactly what to post. Post helpful, engaging, shareable content. All right, Aaron, how do I know what that content is? This is the funny thing is I can't tell you exactly what your content is. You actually have to figure this out for yourself. Okay, here's the framework though. It's answer the question that's in your client's mind. Okay, so what's this number one question that they have? What are the false beliefs that they have? What we have to do is we have to break down the false beliefs and we have to answer the big question. I think for our clinic, the number one question is physical therapy actually going to fix me? If I say yes, is it actually going to work? We have to answer that question. We also have to, answer the false beliefs around, I was told that I have a herniated disc and it's always going to live with me, or it's because it's hereditary, or, I've got arthritis in my knees and they're bone on bone. I can no longer run. It's like, what are these false beliefs? Like, some of these false beliefs are put there by other healthcare providers. Other ones are put there by society. What are these big questions that they have? What's this question? Let's say you are coaching physical therapists, and your subset is whether it's travel PTs, home health, skilled nursing, cash-based. It's, the really big question that people are asking, and that they're not really saying, but they're asking is, how am I going to stay in this career and feel like what I invested in school and time and money is worth it, and still be able to pay all the bills and pay off my student loans and have a life that's meaningful to me? That's really the big question they're asking. Okay. And it's related to money and satisfaction. Like, can I have enough money? People wouldn't say no to cash-based PT, or people wouldn't say no to coaching, or people wouldn't say no to physical therapy if they believed that the outcome was possible for them. It's because there's some doubt that this outcome is going to happen for them. And here's the thing, it's like, I can't guarantee you the results. Legally, I can't guarantee you the results in my clinic. And ethically, I can't guarantee you results when you work with me as a business coach, because I can't guarantee you're going to do the work. Just like with your patients, you can't guarantee that they're going to go home and do all the exercises like you said, right? So, but here's the content, is we have to answer these questions. So how do we find out what these questions are? We have to interview our audience. Number one, it's what questions are people naturally asking you? Okay, when I started teaching business and cash-based physical therapy, people were just asking me, Aaron, what are you doing with super bills? What are you doing about Medicare? What are you doing with about doctors' referrals? How are you marketing to people who are ready to pay cash? How are you doing X? And so, they just asked me these questions. And I got on a bunch of calls with people, and I did one-on-one coaching, and I was in chat rooms, and so you just got to listen. You don't want to force it, but you just got to listen. Listen to what people are naturally asking you and go answer those questions. That's basically what I'm doing today. People ask me questions about, how do we do social media? How do I really get started? What's the best use of my time? What's most effective? And this is it. So put out polls, ask questions, do individual DMs and chats, get on calls, ask what's most frustrating for you? What's the number one question you have about X, etc. And then you make content answering those questions. And then you take it, like we're going to take this video and put it on a podcast, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Reels, Facebook. Actually, we don't put it much on Facebook anymore because Facebook throttles your reach on there. But if I were you, I'd be using your personal Facebook account, which is number two. Your personal Facebook, your Facebook personal page. Your personal Facebook page is a better resource than your business page. Here's what you need to know is that Facebook wants to keep people on Facebook, and they want you to share your daily insights and stuff on Facebook, and they're going to show it to people, right? They're going to do that. So make your personal page your business page, and just give up the fact that Miss Edna down the street is going to give two shits about your business, like what you say. And in that, I mean, when I started using my personal Facebook page, I had clients say, "Hey, Aaron, it doesn't really feel good to me. I don't like that you're talking about cash and physical therapy, even though I come to see you or I've been to see you. It doesn't feel right. You shouldn't be talking about that." Well, here's the deal. Majority of my Facebook friends are my business prospects, avatars, business clients. Now, it wasn't at that time, but it's become that because I was using it as that. And if you own a physical therapy cash practice and you have friends locally, you should be making more friends locally because they're more likely to get to know you and love you and want to do business with you. And just in the last month, I've had 4 people I know that are friends become clients, patients. I mean, it happens all the time, but it's just like, I think in the last 30 days, no less than 4 who are people I know. And they've referred me people before. You know, I'm like, you need to get in for this thing. Stop complaining to me. Or they'll just contact me. Hey, I would rather work with a friend than someone I don't know. So the more people you know in your community, the better it is for you. And that's also why, as a business coach, why early on I went to PPS and CSM. I did that a lot so I could get in front of people. I want to meet people. People see me, see how tall I am, see that I really have red hair. I'm a real breathing, live human being. And you start to believe and understand that, oh, this is a real person, not just some like talking head on the social media. So your Facebook page, business page, it's these personal connections. Document, don't create. So there's 2 types of content. One is teaching, educational, and the other one is documentation. So yes, answer these questions in their mind, but also there's a place for documenting your life and not just creating content to teach other people and make them know better. It's like document what you're doing during the day. That's why on Reels, it's a little bit time consuming, or it can be. Hey, I'm 50, I'm a Gen Xer. If you're a millennial, maybe it's easier for you because you've been on the Instagram and these apps, not longer than me, but earlier in your life. And when I was in my 20s, we didn't really have cell phones. Not when I was a bike messenger and I was 24. I had friends with cell phones, but I didn't have one and then I got one and no one called me on it. Like the dispatcher would call me on the radio, page me, and I'd stop at a payphone and call them on the 1-800 number. A cell phone would have been nice, but no one had them. They were expensive. And so sometimes for some of you, Instagram Reels and shorts and stories are just going to come more natural to you than it will to some old out of touch codger like me, which I'm not really out of touch. It's just, what have you done? You might think I'm out of touch, but I know I'm not. But what have you been doing growing up with? It might be easier for you. For me, what I do, and for clients who are like, I don't like doing it, I'll record the videos. I use this great app. It's called Spark Camera. Probably costs $40 a year. I'll do it, and that's really easy. Or I'll take these videos and I'll send them to my VA, Laura, and she'll make them for me. It doesn't come out 24 hours later, but it does. Or I can employ my kids to do it. And sometimes they'll do it and sometimes they won't. But you document, don't create. You know who does a really good job of this? Odell Miller. So shout out to Odell. I think it's at Odell Miller. Off the Bench app is his business. He's been working with us. He joined our Platinum Mastermind right after he graduated and crushed it in business. And he was already crushing it. And he's a great dude. So a couple episodes ago, I interviewed him. Check him out. But we talked more about that because people want to do business with their friends, hence the theme. You're not doing any social media posting or anything. Start with 2 reels a week. Don't even do Instagram posts. Maybe it's 2 reels a week. Maybe if your audience is in their 20s, 2 TikTok videos a week. Just depends on where your audience is. But just start with 2 a week, maybe Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays, you answer a question. Saturdays, you break a false belief. with a meme. That's what our memes do, is they break false beliefs about, money, finance, physical therapy, cash-based practice, etc. And just be and then the next thing is be consistent, right? So start with 2 a week and then be consistent. Even if and don't worry about likes, follows, etc. You create a call to action and everything, but just do it consistently and don't worry about it. You have to consistently get out there and help people and be consistent. And there's a whole lot more to this, like how do we market on social media, etc. But if you're trying to start an online business and you have no email followers, barely any Instagram followers, you're not creating content, you're not creating shareable, helpful things, you're just, maybe showing some pictures of your life, which is a little bit of documentation. But like the documentation, you go watch my stories, watch Odell, really. It's more of here's what I'm doing today, but here's the message. Here's how it relates to my audience's life. And a lot of times I'll take a video, I'm going backwards a step, but I'll take a video of me lifting weights and I'll match it to an audio that's inspiring, or one of my audios, or just music. And I'll write a little caption, and the caption has nothing to do with the video, or the video has nothing to do with the caption, but has everything to do with it because people want to be a fly on the wall. So then you do 2 a week and then you're consistent. And it's the consistency that's the most important. Consistently taking action. Okay, those are the 5 things. Create engaging and shareable content. Treat your Facebook page like a business page. Document, don't create. Start with 2 reels a week and be consistent. Okay, and that's 5 things. That's the 5-step social media strategy. If you do that, you'll grow it. Then the next things you're going to need to do is move people from social media to your email list, move people into paid products, free products, etc. There's a whole lot of other stuff to do, but if we're just looking at how do we do social media and be helpful there, do that. Oh, and bonus, choose one platform and just go all in on that one platform. For me, it's Instagram. For some of you, it might be TikTok. It might be YouTube. Okay, so one of my coaching clients, Zach Atwood, the football doc, we were on a coaching call about a month or 2 ago in our Platinum Mastermind. He was like, Aaron, when do I get a VA? I'm doing a lot of social media and doing a lot of things, and it's taking a lot of time. He's like, I think I should get it, but I don't know if I can afford it. And I was like, well, how much time a week does it take you? And he's like, I'm spending like 10 hours a week, recording and editing and doing all these things. And then I was like, dude, it's time. It's way past time, but it's time to get the VA to do this. And we have a whole social media, it's called the Social Media Marketing Funnel. And it's a training that I have in our Platinum Mastermind. I was like, go watch that and do it. And he went and did it. He hired the VA. So we have training on how to hire a VA. We have training on this like content creation funnel. He went and did it. We chatted last week. Not only have like a record 27K month, but he's putting out 10 times. He 10x his business since October. So in like 8 months, he 10x his business from 3K to 27K. He's got another 10 to 15 hours a week that he can see patients, generate money, do group coaching stuff, and he's putting out, I think, 2 or 3 pieces of content a day at a pace he couldn't do on his own. And people ask me all the time, Aaron, how do you do so much social media? It's because it's not me doing it. It's the VA. And I was like, is that VA well worth it? He's like, yeah. I mean, how do you have more time to grow his business? It's because he bought his time back by hiring a VA. So it's one of these funny things. Funny enough that I'll go and I'm following people online who are these like influencers in business or like podcasts, and they're talking about how they're spending all these time editing their podcasts and editing their social media. And I'm just like, yo, you're successful. Like, hire someone else to do it. You'll have way more time. But maybe they don't know. Maybe you don't know. So that's the deal. So that's like the social media content strategy. I think if I were you, here's what I would do is I'd find out what are the people in your orbit want to learn more about from you, and just start creating it and putting it out there. What do they want to see? And just go and do it. And then let me know. I mean, you need to know who your avatar is. You need to have a clear idea who you help, what you help them do, like your USP. You got to know those things. If you don't know those, it's going to be really hard to, have a clear content strategy. But just use this strategy. It's not the only one. It's the basic one. And as you get going, you update it. And then we've got a 5x5 content grid for marketing strategy that'll help you build out all of your content for the month and know so that you can batch your content, batch record, batch edit, batch post, or just batch record and then send it off to the VA to get all that stuff done. And it's simple, but not easy because it takes work. And if you're allergic to hard work, you shouldn't start a business. That's for sure. You should just clock in, clock out, and go home. Drink some brewskis, hang with the boys or girls or whoever, play pool, do the thing, watch football on Sundays, do all that stuff. Like, cool. But if you're ready to grow and scale a business in the fastest time possible, and you've already got an email list, social media following, and you're generating income through like some online course or coaching program, we might be able to help you. I don't know if I can help you, but we might be able to, because I've helped a lot of people go from 3 to 5K months online to 20, 30, 40, and even 50K online. And if that sounds like you and you'd like to chat and see how we can help, go to callwithaaron.com, check out the videos, book in a time, and we'll chat and see if we can help you. And if we can't, we'll let you know. The call's free. I got nothing to sell you on that call. I just want to see if I can help, because for the right people, it's that right opportunity to grow a business, leveraging social media, automations, online courses, coaching groups, etc. There's a lot of opportunities, but you don't have to do them all. We might just need to figure out the right strategy for the right time. I think that's it for today. Be sure to comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. Let me know what was most helpful. Would love to get some feedback on the podcast, but maybe you should email me, something like that. Let me know what's helpful for you next time I send you an email. And if you're not on my email list, you can go you get my free book, checklist, or just say, hey, Aaron, message me. Aaron, I want to get on your email list. How do I do that? And you can do that too. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.